Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the endless tasks on your to-do list, wondering if there's a better way to achieve success? What if the secret to extraordinary results was as simple as focusing on just one thing? Imagine unlocking your true potential by mastering the art of prioritization. Are you ready to discover the one thing that can make everything else easier or even unnecessary? The One Thing by Gary Keller and Papasan is a powerful guide to cutting through the noise of everyday life and zeroing in on what truly matters. The book challenges the myth of multitasking and introduces a simple yet profound idea. By focusing on the one thing that will have the most significant impact, you can achieve extraordinary success in every area of your life. Through practical advice and real-world examples, the authors show you how to identify your one thing and build a life around it, leading to greater productivity, less stress, and more meaningful accomplishments. Gary Keller is the co-founder of Keller Williams Realty, the largest real estate company in the world. With a passion for helping others achieve their goals, Keller has become a respected voice in business and personal development. Papasan, a best-selling author and executive at Keller Williams, has co-authored several books with Keller, bringing clarity and focus to those seeking success. Together, they have inspired millions to take control of their lives by focusing on what truly matters. The book has 18 sections. Each summary will be narrated step by step. Section 1. The One Thing. Many people struggle with achieving their goals because they are often overwhelmed by the sheer number of tasks and responsibilities vying for their attention. This constant barrage of demands leads to a scattered focus, making it difficult to prioritize effectively and make meaningful progress in any one area. The result is a sense of frustration and inefficiency as individuals feel they are working hard but not seeing the results they desire. The challenge lies in identifying the most critical task that will have the greatest impact and learning how to channel all energy towards that single objective, rather than spreading oneself too thin across multiple pursuits. The key is to focus on the most important task, the one thing that will make everything else easier or unnecessary. By concentrating on this one thing, individuals can harness their energy and resources more effectively, driving significant progress in the areas that matter most. The approach involves identifying the core priority that aligns with one's goals and consistently dedicating time to it each day. Section 2. The Domino Effect. The challenge many people face in achieving their goals is that they often try to tackle too many tasks at once, leading to burnout and diminished results. This scattered approach makes it difficult to gain momentum, as the efforts put into one task are quickly diluted by the demands of another. The struggle is compounded by the misconception that success comes from doing everything at once, rather than understanding the power of sequential focus. Individuals frequently underestimate the impact that small, consistent actions can have when they are aligned and build upon each other over time. By recognizing the domino effect, one can harness the power of momentum. The idea is that success is built sequentially, one step at a time, like a series of dominoes falling. When you focus on knocking over the first and most significant domino, it sets off a chain reaction, making subsequent tasks easier and more manageable. The technique involves identifying the first task that, when completed, will make the rest easier, and then committing to it fully. This approach requires patience and persistence, as each small victory builds on the last, leading to exponential results over time. Section 3. Success leaves clues. Many people struggle with finding the path to success because they believe they must figure everything out on their own. This mindset often leads to frustration, as individuals try to reinvent the wheel or pursue untested strategies, wasting time and resources in the process. The challenge is compounded by the sheer volume of information and advice available, making it difficult to discern what will truly be effective. Individuals often overlook the value of learning from those who have already achieved what they aspire to, missing out on the opportunity to follow proven paths to success. The solution lies in recognizing that success leaves clues, and the most effective way to achieve your goals is by studying and emulating the habits and strategies of those who have already succeeded. This involves identifying role models or mentors in your field who have achieved the level of success you desire and analyzing their methods, routines, and decision-making processes. By adopting these proven practices and tailoring them to your own situation, you can significantly shorten the learning curve and increase your chances of success. The book emphasizes the importance of seeking out guidance, whether through books, courses, or direct mentorship, and being willing to learn from the experiences of others. Section 4. Everything matters equally. A common issue many people face in their personal and professional lives is the belief that everything they do carries equal importance. This mindset leads to an overwhelming sense of urgency to address every task on their to-do list, regardless of its impact on their overall goals. The result is a scattered approach to work, where time and energy are spread thinly across numerous tasks, leading to stress, burnout, and a lack of significant progress in any one area. The challenge is to break free from this misconception and learn to differentiate between what truly matters and what does not. Understanding that not everything matters equally is crucial for effective prioritization. The book advocates for focusing on the few tasks that will have the most significant impact on your goals, rather than trying to do everything. This requires a shift in mindset, where individuals learn to identify the tasks that are most aligned with their long-term objectives and give them the priority they deserve. Techniques such as the Pareto principle, which suggests that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts, are emphasized to help individuals focus on the most important activities. The key is to be ruthless in prioritizing and to give up the idea that all tasks carry the same weight. Section 5. Multitasking. Many people believe that multitasking is a valuable skill that allows them to accomplish more in less time. However, this widespread belief often leads to decreased productivity, increased errors, and a sense of constant distraction. The pressure to juggle multiple tasks simultaneously can result in individuals never fully engaging with any one task, leading to superficial work and a lack of meaningful progress. The challenge lies in recognizing the limitations of the human brain and the negative impact multitasking has on both the quality and quantity of work. Multitasking is not as effective as it seems. In fact, it is a myth that often leads to diminished efficiency. The book explains that the brain is not designed to handle multiple tasks at once. Instead, what people think of as multitasking is actually rapid task switching, which reduces the ability to focus deeply on any single task. The solution involves practicing single tasking, focusing on one task at a time with full attention and effort. This approach not only improves the quality of work, but also reduces stress and allows for a deeper sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. Techniques like time blocking and setting clear priorities can help individuals resist the temptation to multitask and instead devote their full attention to one task at a time. Section 6. A disciplined life. Many individuals struggle with maintaining discipline in their lives, which often leads to inconsistency in their actions and a failure to achieve long-term goals. The lack of discipline can result from a variety of factors, including a chaotic lifestyle, competing demands, and the inability to prioritize effectively. This inconsistency creates a cycle where short-term desires override long-term objectives, leading to frustration and a sense of being stuck. The challenge is to develop the kind of discipline that allows one to stay focused and committed to their goals, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. Discipline is about consistently doing what needs to be done, even when it is hard or you don't feel like it. The book emphasizes that discipline is less about willpower and more about building effective habits that align with your goals. Once a habit is established, it requires less effort to maintain, allowing you to stay on track with minimal resistance. The approach involves identifying key habits that will drive success and then focusing on developing those habits until they become automatic. By narrowing the focus to a few essential habits, individuals can build a disciplined life that supports their long-term goals with minimal daily struggle. Section 7. Willpower is always on will call. Many people believe that willpower is an unlimited resource that can be summoned at any time to help them push through challenges and stay on track with their goals. However, this belief often leads to disappointment and frustration when their willpower seems to falter at critical moments. The reality is that willpower is a finite resource that depletes with use, much like a muscle that becomes fatigued after extended effort. The challenge lies in understanding how willpower works and learning to manage it effectively to avoid burnout and ensure consistent progress towards one's goals. Willpower is not always readily available. It fluctuates throughout the day, influenced by factors such as fatigue, stress, and decision-making. The book explains that willpower is strongest in the morning when energy levels are high and gradually wanes as the day progresses. To maximize the effectiveness of willpower, it's crucial to tackle the most important tasks early in the day when your resolve is strongest. This involves structuring your day around your energy levels, scheduling demanding tasks during peak willpower periods, and conserving willpower for the moments that matter most. Additionally, by building strong habits and reducing the number of decisions you need to make, you can conserve willpower and make it easier to stay focused on your priorities. Section 8. A balanced life. Many individuals strive for a balanced life, attempting to evenly distribute their time and energy across work, family, health, and personal interests. However, this pursuit often leads to frustration and guilt, as it becomes clear that not everything can be given equal attention. The challenge is compounded by societal expectations and the internal pressure to excel in every area, which can result in burnout and dissatisfaction. The idea of balance can feel like an impossible standard, creating stress rather than the harmony it is supposed to bring. The book challenges the notion of a perfectly balanced life, suggesting instead that achieving extraordinary results requires a willingness to embrace imbalance. True success often involves making intentional trade-offs, where certain areas of life receive more focus and energy for a while others are temporarily deprioritized. This approach is not about neglecting important areas, but about recognizing that maintaining balance can be counterproductive. By focusing on what matters most at any given moment and accepting that different aspects of life will take precedence at different times, individuals can achieve more meaningful and sustained success. Section 9. Big is bad. A common misconception is that pursuing big goals or ambitions is inherently risky and likely to lead to failure. This belief often holds people back from dreaming big and striving for extraordinary success, as they fear that aiming too high will result in disappointment or even disaster. The challenge lies in overcoming the limiting mindset that big goals are dangerous and instead learning to embrace the potential for greatness. Many individuals are conditioned to think small, believing that it's safer to set modest, achievable goals rather than aiming for something truly transformative. The book argues that thinking big is essential for achieving extraordinary results. Rather than shying away from ambitious goals, individuals are encouraged to embrace them, understanding that big goals are often more motivating and provide a clearer sense of direction. Thinking big requires a shift in mindset, where instead of fearing failure, one sees it as a necessary part of the journey towards success. The key is to break down these big goals into manageable steps and focus on consistent progress, rather than being overwhelmed by the scale of the ambition. By setting bold, inspiring goals and committing to the journey, individuals can unlock their full potential and achieve far more than they initially thought possible. Section 10. The focusing question. Many people struggle with prioritization, often feeling overwhelmed by the number of tasks and decisions they face each day. This leads to a scattered focus, where time and energy are wasted on activities that do not contribute significantly to their goals. The challenge is to find a way to cut through the noise and identify what truly matters, allowing for a more streamlined and effective approach to work and life. Without a clear sense of priority, individuals can easily become bogged down by minor tasks, losing sight of the bigger picture. The focusing question is a powerful tool for achieving clarity and focus. By asking, "What's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary?" individuals can zero in on the most important task that will have the greatest impact on their success. This question helps to simplify decision-making and prioritize tasks in a way that aligns with long-term goals. The technique involves consistently returning to this question whenever faced with a decision or task, using it as a filter to determine what truly deserves attention. By focusing on the one thing that matters most, individuals can avoid the trap of multitasking and scattered effort, leading to more meaningful progress. Section 11. The Success Habit. Achieving consistent success requires more than just occasional bursts of effort or inspiration. Many people struggle with maintaining the momentum needed to reach their long-term goals because they lack the structure and consistency that comes from established habits. This inconsistency can lead to frustration, as progress is often slow or erratic, and goals seem to slip further out of reach. The challenge is to build the kind of habits that make success a regular part of life, rather than something that occurs sporadically. The success habit is about making the pursuit of your goals a daily practice, turning actions that lead to success into ingrained habits. The book emphasizes the importance of identifying the key actions that will drive success in your specific area and then committing to doing those actions every day without fail. This approach requires discipline and consistency, but once the habit is established, it becomes easier to maintain and less dependent on motivation or willpower. The technique involves starting small, focusing on one habit at a time, and gradually building up to more complex routines as the initial habits become second nature. Section 12. The Path to Great Answers. Many individuals are on a quest for answers to the challenges they face, but often settle for the first solution that presents itself, rather than digging deeper to find the best one. This tendency to accept easy or superficial answers can lead to suboptimal results, as the underlying issues are not fully addressed. The challenge is to develop the patience and persistence needed to ask the right questions and seek out the most effective solutions, rather than being satisfied with quick fixes or partial answers. The book highlights the importance of asking great questions as a pathway to finding great answers. This involves going beyond the obvious and probing deeper into the heart of the matter, whether it's a business challenge, a personal goal, or a complex problem. The technique encourages individuals to cultivate curiosity and a willingness to explore multiple perspectives rather than settling for the first answer that comes to mind. This approach requires patience and a commitment to continuous learning, as the best answers often emerge after sustained inquiry and reflection. Section 13. Live with Purpose. Many people go through life without a clear sense of purpose, which can lead to a feeling of aimlessness and dissatisfaction. Without a strong guiding purpose, it's easy to be swayed by external pressures and distractions, losing sight of what truly matters. This lack of direction often results in a life that is reactive rather than proactive, where decisions are made based on short-term needs rather than long-term vision. The challenge is to identify and connect with a deeper sense of purpose that can serve as a guiding star, helping to navigate life's challenges and stay focused on what truly matters. Living with purpose is about aligning your actions with your deepest values and long-term goals. The book emphasizes the importance of discovering what truly drives you and then using that purpose as a foundation for all decisions and actions. This involves a process of self-reflection and introspection, where individuals take the time to identify their core values and passions. Once a clear sense of purpose is established, it becomes easier to make decisions that are consistent with that purpose, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The technique involves regularly revisiting and refining your purpose to ensure that it remains relevant and aligned with your evolving goals. Section 14. Live by Priority. In a world full of distractions and competing demands, many people struggle to stay focused on what truly matters. The constant barrage of emails, meetings, and other obligations can make it difficult to prioritize effectively, leading to a sense of overwhelm and a lack of progress on important goals. The challenge is to develop the ability to prioritize effectively so that time and energy are invested in the most impactful activities rather than being wasted on trivial tasks. Living by priority involves a commitment to focusing on the most important tasks and responsibilities that align with your long-term goals. The book emphasizes the need to identify your top priorities and structure your day around them, ensuring that they receive the attention they deserve. This requires a disciplined approach to time management where less important tasks are either delegated or deferred in favor of the most critical activities. The technique involves regularly reviewing and adjusting priorities to ensure that they remain aligned with your goals and that your daily actions reflect your highest priorities. Section 15. Live for productivity. Many individuals equate busyness with productivity, often filling their days with tasks and activities that give the appearance of progress but don't actually move them closer to their goals. This mindset can lead to a cycle of constant activity without meaningful results, leaving people feeling exhausted but unaccomplished. The challenge is to shift from a focus on activity to a focus on productivity, where the goal is not to do more, but to do more of what truly matters. Living for productivity means focusing on the activities that have the highest impact on your goals, rather than getting caught up in the busyness of daily life. The book emphasizes the importance of identifying and prioritizing high-leverage activities that will yield the greatest results with the least amount of effort. This approach requires a willingness to say no to less important tasks and to protect your time and energy for the things that truly matter. Techniques such as time blocking, task batching, and minimizing distractions are recommended to help individuals maximize their productivity and achieve more in less time. Section 16. The 3 commitments. Achieving extraordinary success requires more than just setting goals and working hard. It demands a deep commitment to personal growth, consistent action, and accountability. Many people struggle with these commitments, often setting ambitious goals but failing to follow through on the actions necessary to achieve them. This lack of commitment can lead to a cycle of unfulfilled potential, where individuals start strong but gradually lose momentum and fall short of their aspirations. The challenge is to develop and maintain the 3 key commitments that are essential for long-term success. The book outlines 3 critical commitments: adopting a mindset of mastery, seeking out the best models and systems, and being accountable for results. Adopting a mastery mindset involves a commitment to continuous learning and improvement, where the goal is not just to achieve a specific outcome, but to become the best version of oneself. Seeking out the best models and systems means learning from those who have already achieved success and implementing proven strategies and techniques. Finally, being accountable for results involves taking full responsibility for your actions and outcomes, holding yourself to a high standard, and seeking accountability from others when necessary. Section 17. The 4 Thieves. Many individuals find themselves constantly busy but struggling to make meaningful progress towards their goals. This lack of progress is often due to the presence of certain thieves that steal time, energy, and focus away from the activities that truly matter. These thieves can take the form of distractions, unnecessary obligations, and even well-meaning but misguided beliefs about work and productivity. The challenge is to identify and combat these thieves so that time and energy can be redirected towards the most important tasks and goals. The book identifies 4 key thieves: the inability to say no, fear of chaos, poor health habits, and an environment that doesn't support your goals. The inability to say no leads to taking on too many tasks, diluting focus and energy. Fear of chaos can cause individuals to prioritize maintaining order over making progress on important goals. Poor health habits drain energy and reduce the ability to focus, while an unsupportive environment can create distractions and obstacles that hinder productivity. The solution involves recognizing these thieves and taking proactive steps to eliminate or mitigate their impact. This may involve setting clearer boundaries, embracing necessary chaos, prioritizing health and well-being, and creating a supportive environment that fosters focus and productivity. Section 18. The Journey. The pursuit of success is often seen as a destination, a place where, once reached, all challenges and struggles will be resolved. However, many people find that even when they achieve their goals, the satisfaction is fleeting, and new challenges quickly arise. This can lead to a sense of disillusionment and a constant striving for the next milestone without ever feeling truly content. The challenge is to shift the focus from the destination to the journey, recognizing that true success is not just about achieving goals, but about the growth and fulfillment that comes from the process of pursuing them. The journey is about embracing the process of personal and professional growth, rather than fixating solely on the end goal. The book emphasizes that the journey is where true fulfillment is found, as it is during this process that individuals learn, grow, and develop the skills and resilience needed for long-term success. This approach encourages a mindset where setbacks are seen as opportunities for growth and where the focus is on continuous improvement rather than perfection. By embracing the journey, individuals can find greater satisfaction and meaning in their daily actions, rather than constantly chasing after the next achievement. Conclusion. In conclusion, the one thing serves as a powerful reminder that success doesn't come from doing more, but from doing what truly matters. By narrowing your focus to the one thing that will make the most significant difference, you can achieve extraordinary results in both your personal and professional life. The book encourages you to question your priorities, cut through distractions, and commit to a path of purposeful action. Ultimately, it's about simplifying your approach, harnessing the power of focus, and making consistent progress toward your most important goals. By mastering the concept of the one thing, you can transform the way you work, think, and live, leading to a more productive and fulfilling life. Thank you for listening to the book summary of The One Thing. For more such summaries, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.